Hello and welcome back to Rangers Radio. Rangers lift the Scottish Cup champions 2022, and we've been joined by a special late substitution. Fox, how are we doing, Fox? How was that for you?
Afternoon, mate. Absolutely tremendous. Can't give that team enough credit. They've been questioned. Have they got the bottle? Have they got the tenacity to take a final? And they've proved it today. 120 minutes on Wednesday, all that travelling home, and there they are. They outran, outfought, and eventually crushed Hearts.
Superb, well put. Just start off, just by the Union Bears, mate. I really enjoyed their tifo at the start of the game as well. I thought the fans were outstanding today, so I did. But you know, in the first half, I thought Hearts did start the strongest. I think we looked a wee bit, like you're just touching on there. I think we did look a bit leggy, but it was obviously the way Hearts had come out at us, and you know they didn't get a lot of space. They tried to make the game tight. They got 5-4-1 if you like. And tried to go long to the big boy in our Sims. It was a wee bit of a thorn on my side most of the game. But eventually, as I said earlier on, the Rangers grew into the game and looked stronger and stronger, mate.
Oh, there's another late substitute. Hello, Albert. How are we doing?
I'm not good, mate. I forgot all about it, mate. Right out my head it went. I was celebrating.
I thought Billy was changing your nappy, mate.
Aye, well, he was. And he's very rough, I'll tell you. How'd you enjoy that?
I thought we looked very leggy in the first half. I think it took us a while to get ourselves up and going. But after the second half started, mate, it was just Rangers. They were never in the game for then. No. I think Willie Collum, as I'd said last night, tried his best to put an end to our cup run here. Some of his decision-making in that game was absolutely atrocious, mate.
Aye. But Jay, when's the last time you think they cut that grass? I couldn't believe how long that grass was and the ball wasn't running. I'm going, is it just me? Did you not find the ball looked awful sticky on that surface?
To be honest, I never really noticed. I don't know about you, Port.
No, I didn't notice it, mate. I have to be honest, I didn't notice it at all.
Oh, I just couldn't. I thought we couldn't get our flowing game going because the ball kept sticking. But hey, that's going to extra time again. That's any questions about fitness and all that is surely answered now. Beyond a doubt, surely answered now.
Well, in 72 hours to play a European Cup final, 120 minutes, and then penalties, and then
30 degree heat.
Yeah, 30 degree heat, and then shot the day and finish a game the way we did. Because as Fox said, in the second half, we looked stronger and stronger. And then the extra time, we looked stronger again. Incredible energy levels, incredible spirit shown by this team, and they just keep answering that question that was always in front of us. Can we play in front of fans? Can we play the big pressure games? Have we got the bottle to get these titles over the line? And we've answered it. We've answered it incredibly.
On you go, Albert.
Bassey and Kent, man, unbelievable energy, man. Well, that's unbelievable, man. The boys are doing. I've never seen anybody with energy like they do.
That's that good church water that we've been stealing for years, mate. You know.
It's definitely no holy water.
No.
It was fantastic. Sorry, mate, you carry on.
I thought over the 90 minutes, the one thing that I'd hoped for Rangers today was get the midfielders into the box, and I think we failed to do that. and that's how we produced very little chances on the first 90 minutes. But once it came to the second extra time period, I thought our midfielders are much further forward. And that strike for Jack, mate, absolutely sensational, wasn't it?
Beauty, absolute beauty, man. That was fit to win any cup, that one.
Aye, definitely. I think it was going to take something like that, folks, if I'm honest. It was either going to be a moment of brilliance on the wing by Kent or a wonder strike with Ryan Jacks. I think it was that kind of game where it just needed something just to spark it. And I think that goal absolutely took the stuffing right out of them. I mean, you just see me. They were just chasing shadows after that. They didn't look. All of a sudden they stopped pressing. There was gaps appearing. I think they looked more tired than us and they had a week's rest.
Oh, without a doubt, mate. The Rangers just wore them down. For me, do you think we should have had a penalty just before the end of the game, the first 90 minutes? Joe Aribo held back.
100%.
100%.
Now, Wally Collum had a clear view of that as well, and he just ignored it. I'll be glad when he retires, but we'll probably get him as a video ref next year with VAR coming in, you know.
There's no hiding place
the
next year.
Bassey. See the foul on Bassey. I mean, how's that not fit? You're looking at it going, that's ridiculous, mate. That's just cheating. You know that's a foul. Know what I mean? And they run away up the park. I mean, see if they got up and scored. By the way, you hear the Rangers fans at this, but it will be unbelievable. But they didn't. So good. I'm watching. I'm just sorry, guys. I'm watching Jack's goal again here. What a goal! What a goal! That clown. Gordon's out shouting for the handball.
Aye, I noticed that. What was that all about handball?
I don't know.
It was never anybody's on.
Including his.
I'm going to give him a benefit of doubt, guys. I think that's experience. He's just trying to disrupt it. He's trying to get the refs to look or try and change their mind any way he can. It's just because
it's Colum and all. You go, I could get him to change his mind.
Exactly. But the thing is, see with VAR next year, guys. See, as far as I'm concerned, see Gollum and all his wee reprobate mates. They will not have a place to hide next year when VAR's basically in charge. I think that'll be basically the refs will have to stand up and be counted, and they'll be found out when they're blatantly cheating. So hopefully that will eradicate all the crap in the game that we've had to put up with for years and years and years.
Mm-hmm. Well, I'm with Fox today. He done his best to mess that up for us. They really did his best. He should have just stuck on their own shuttle. I mean, don't get me wrong. I thought there was a couple of calls that he didn't give them either. No, I mean, there was two or three. I was like, oof. If I was them, I'd be kicking up, lumping because it was fouls. You know what I mean? It wasn't great. But that wee boy Cocker. I mean, I don't know how many times that wee boy just fell down for no good reason. Just fell down and he kept getting fouls. Tavernier was going off his nut with him. God, every time you get near him, he just falls down and he gets a foul for it.
Yeah.
I thought it was going to be one of these days. We're going to get cheated out of this. I definitely thought it was going to be one of these days.
The second goal was an absolute peach as well. A great breakaway, ball carried through the middle by Ryan Kent. And Scott Wright, who's had his... what's the right word for it? I'm struggling.
His doubters.
He's had his doubters. He ran for just outside the 18-yard box and right the full length of that part to pick that ball up and strike it away, mate. Absolutely terrific effort. 2 goals in 3 minutes, I think it was it no?
It was, mate. It was 2 goals in 3 minutes to kill, as you said, to basically rip hearts out, and that's exactly what it did. I think Scott Wright's finish, mate. That's a composed finish. You know, he's through and going. He's got a lot of stuff to do to be a top goalkeeper. Let's do it. You know, Gordon made some outstanding saves. Do
you want to get these phone lines open? Surely there's people out there that won't be complaining tonight. That was a great team performance. So we'll get this going then.
Why don't you give us a call on 0141 356 1972. It's your show. It's your platform. Let's hear from you.
I've seen the stats as well, folks. Hearts never got a shot on target.
Sounds about right.
Not one shot on target did they get.
I was late coming in the night because I was doing something I don't normally do. I was talking to the wife. But they were crap, by the way. We just dominated them. They were crap. And that big guy up front, I mean, how he lasted the whole game. I've never seen a slower player than him. And I thought Balogun, I said, you're making a meal of him. What are you doing? Just run away from him. Just take the ball off him and run away from him. But, delighted, mate. Delighted. Finally got what we deserved. I mean, and it would have been a tragedy we didn't win it this year. A pure tragedy.
What did you think of McLaughlin's contribution? I know he didn't have any saves, but I thought he came and took the sting out of corner kicks, etc., with his height and his ability to come for balls. I think that'll be reassuring for next season.
I will go and buy a keeper, mate. For next season. I think we need a keeper.
Do you know? I think McLaughlin's good enough.
I think he's a good a good standby. Aye, definitely. But the way I look at it, Fox, is he as good as McGregor? And the answer is no. He's no. So you've got to get something as good as McGregor or better, and then he understudies to him, and then McCrory understudies to him. Because I think if you put him in and then McCrory understudies McLaughlin, I think you're taking at least one step back in the goalkeeper department. And if you're building a team, you build for the goalkeeper. You've got to have your next goalkeeper's got to be as good or better than McGregor. Just an opinion, mate.
I think it'll be hard to find another goalkeeper like McGregor for a while. I don't know what you think, Port. I think McLaughlin deserves his chance.
I think McLaughlin, anytime he's been called in, mate, he's been reassured. And I'll be honest, I don't really mind what keeper actually starts now. You know, Al McGregor's Al McGregor. He'll always be number one in my eyes. But anytime John McLaughlin stepped in, he's never let us down. I love how comfortable he is with the ball at his feet. I love, as you said, he took the sting out a lot of the corners. Any free kicks come into the box, he was coming for, just plucking straight there and strongly. Would I be bothered if he started next season as number one? I wouldn't be. Is there immediate danger to go and spend a few million on a keeper? I think that'd be maybe one of Gio's last, buys. If I'm honest, Albert, I think he might start with McLaughlin, because McCrory. How much longer do we keep McCrory back? We hear rave reviews about this young man being a top quality keeper. So how long do we keep this guy back as well?
He should be out. He should be on loan at a half decent team and a half decent level. I don't mean Dunfermline, and I don't mean any team in Scotland. I'm talking about down the south or abroad. He should be away then. He should be out and play. He should be playing in it. He shouldn't be sitting there. That's just madness. You're not developing that boy sitting there. He needs to go and prove now at a decent level that he is a top keeper. He's not done that yet.
I think some of the early chances that we had after obviously they had the first chance for the hit the post in the first 11 minutes. I think after that there was a 14th minute. I'm sure it was there was a great crossfield pass by Goldson right at Diallo's feet, and his touch was amazing. They just couldn't find it, couldn't find the pass, and that was just a sustained attack that we seemed to up our tempo a wee bit. That was in the first half. There wasn't a lot of chances in the first half, but I thought Diallo was pretty good the time he was on. Guy, what do you think of Diallo?
I think his booking was a bit harsh, by the way. What's happening on the part than that? And then he got pushed over, and it was a foul. And again, Colum didn't again. He lost the plot, and I'm going, Colum will send you up, and he'll wait for the first opportunity to send you up. But overall, he done a couple of nice things. I don't think he's a big influence in the game, but he done a couple of nice things, and he tracked back as well, which was nice to see.
I thought he put in a half decent wee shift there. He offered something different. Should have scored with that ball that came in for Calvin Bassey, but when he hit the top of his head and sailed out of the bar, he could have scored there and been a hero. But I would take him back next year and on loan, mate, if he was available. I think he's learned a lot probably at Ibrox how we play, and I think he'll only get better as he gets older. He's a good young prospect, and people need to remember he is only a kid,
Aye, 100%. As I say, that was when I asked. I don't know if it was in my WhatsApp group. I asked this question a while back. Over the last few games we've seen him, is he worth another punt next year? I think it's worthwhile for Rangers folks to have a look at him. Definitely. I think he'll be joined by Collar. I think he'll be joined by Juicy and Andy for Leeds.
Yes.
How are we doing, Juice? How was that for you, mate?
Oh, the fitness. Witness the fitness, guys. Anytime they need to play 120 minutes, I'm not concerned now. I'm not concerned about these guys' fitness. You know they can go. You know that if they need to play the 120, they can do the 120. It's just unbelievable fitness. Hearts didn't exactly set up in a very attacking mindset, did they? They made it difficult for us. But we did manage to... Dad's playing funny music in the background. Dad, switch that off. I'm on the radio. Go away. Apologies. They made it difficult for us, but they didn't really, other than that chance by Sims in like the first 10 minutes, they didn't really bother McLaughlin too much. But you were just talking about him there. One thing that he did do, which remember we don't see too much from McGregor, was he was coming out for the balls when he needed to, looked really confident, competent. I'd have no issue with him being our number one next season. There's possibly better shot stoppers in the world out there, of course, but he's a good all-round keeper. And we've got McCrory as well. I think we're really, really good in the goalkeeping department. I think you're right. We don't need to make that a priority position to fill. So, yeah, really pleased, guys. Lovely, lovely win to the season. Beautiful.
Right, Andy for Leeds, are you there, mate?
I am, aye.
How you doing? How was that for you?
Listen, I was delighted as I would have been if we would have won on Wednesday. It's the start of a new thing. I said to you before, I'm never worried about their fitness levels. He's got that right. Whatever they're doing there, that seems to be spot on. Come the full time. The only worry I had was we chances that we're having, we're missing. You think, geez, you get one chance, it's going to be one of them days. But no, I'm absolutely delighted. I thought they were absolutely fantastic. Bassey, we must sign him down. 100% man of the match. Unbelievable. Future captain, in my opinion, if we keep him long term. I'm just absolutely delighted. It's the start of a new era, hopefully now. And he brings a couple of players in that he wants, and the youngsters and Bassey and all that. Just honestly, I know it's not the league and I know it's not the Youth Cup, but for me, seeing all them bears today, seeing them, the players with their family and all that, that's brilliant. That's absolutely brilliant for me. I had a tear in my eye when the second one went in. You know what I mean? As I would have done in Europe, but come on. We've come a long way. We're starting to actually win trophies a season now. That's 2 seasons, 2 trophies. Now we start getting there coming along. You know what I mean? And then we go off again. And that's for me. Come on. I'm delighted for all you guys, everybody in the feed. We've had some smacks this season, some ups, some downs, some great highs. We've lost 2 of the greatest stalwarts to our club, haven't we? And we're sitting here at the end of the day and we've gone off where someone's going to be a wee bit happier than what we thought it could be. So let's have it. Come on, bring it on. I need to go get some more beer up. I'm just giving a wee nudge to go down to the Asda there, like.
Yeah, I think we'll be joined with Denver Bear. How we doing, Denver?
If we only had the Rangers over here. Oh.
How was that for you, mate?
Off time, I poured myself a large Talisker single malt, and at the final whistle, I opened a bottle of champagne, so I'm halfway through that. It's 11 o'clock in the morning. My missus gets back in town at 8:30 at night, so I better get the house tidied up, and we'll be good to go. So, congratulations, the Rangers.
You know they say, Denver, never bear the house work drunk. Oh. That's a rule. Don't stay away from it, whoever you're drunk.
Aye, but you see, the thing is, Albert, you'll not know any difference if I do it drunk or sober.
Who's Sean for you today, Denver? Who was your top man of the day?
Big Bassey, and Kenny were outstanding. But overall, if I want to give a description of that performance today, that was a Rangers performance. That was a team that played for the heart, played for the jersey, played for the fans, and they knew what they were up against. Hearts were absolute pants, but no, you know what I mean? I can't describe how happy I am with that Rangers performance. It's a disappointment they didn't do it in 90 minutes, but I knew all along there was no way that the Hearts were after that first half. They were never in the game, you know. Everybody stood up, and I love it. Even we are mad in that first half. The amount of defending he did, incredible.
Indeed, mate. Indeed. I think if you look at the game overall, I think, you know, Rangers seem to play better 120 minutes, don't they? Maybe we asked the league to change their format and make 120 minutes a game. We seem to do all right in these games, don't we? But
I said to the lovely receptionist, as both of us agreed, it was like Hearts had played 120 minutes on Wednesday. It wasn't like us. I mean, we were just keep going, you know. Incredible.
Did you not think some of the players individually looked a bit shit? I thought Tav looked dead on his feet most of the game. I thought John Lundstrom as well. Didn't he have that zip about him that he normally has? So some of them did feel the effects for Wednesday, but give them their due. They all plodded on and kept it going for Rangers, you know. I agree, Calvin Bassey was in a different stratosphere for MD also in that park. And I heard the commentator saying, who'll get man of the match, Suter or Bassey? Come on. That's what he actually said. Now, I know Suter will be coming to us next season and he'll get all the support that Rangers fans could give him. He had a decent game, but he wasn't in the same ball game as Bassey.
No
Who would that?
Nowhere near it.
Oh, whoever was commentating on BBC One, mate.
All right.
like Fadden and somebody.
Rangers TV, you know.
I
bet a big Suter looked at the players, the Rangers players, and went, Christ, man, I've got a big gap to make up in my fitness to get up to their level. Good grief, he must be sitting there going, I need to get my head down here and start working. But
the good thing is, Albert, he's coming to the top of the range fitness regime, you know. So they'll get him up to level, you know. I've no doubt about that, you know. I've no doubt about that.
I agree with you, mate.
Alan McGregor, guys, do you think that's him coming to the end there? His Rangers career done? A wee cameo at the end, coming on late. Do you think that's and reflect on his career and his season that they had last year, guys? Fox?
I'd said that last night, mate, that I thought that's what Rangers would do if we could get in front, that they'd bring him on so that he was on the park at the final whistle. And that's what they've done. A great tribute to a great servant for Rangers and a great goalkeeper.
Well said, mate. Well said. I think we'll join Ozzy Bear. Ozzy, how we doing, mate?
Good morning, lads. How was that? How brilliant was that? What a way to finish the season.
Did you enjoy that, mate? Who stood it for you?
Big Calvin stood out for me. He was a workhorse. But yeah, there's a few others there, but yeah, Bassey would be up there. Yeah, definite man of the match for me.
What time is it here in Aussie land at the present time?
Here in Sydney, it's just gone. It's 3:10 in the morning.
Oh, man, you're a supporter. You are a supporter, mate.
Have you had a few, Ozzy? Have you had a few?
No, I haven't. No.
So you're just tired?
No, I'm not even tired. I'm still bouncing off the walls.
You got a kangaroo in there with you or something? What's happening with you? You sound of you're buzzing.
Of course. How can you not be buzzing after that result? I mean, we deserve that. After the season we've had, we deserve that trophy.
Yeah, I totally agree with you, mate. Totally agree with you.
Oh, do you think it was important to finish the season with the Scottish Cup and get some silverware like Andy was touching on, just to start growing this gap again when it comes to domestic titles and domestic dominance again?
I'm not worried about them. I mean, of course, it's important to end the season with a trophy in the cabinet, another trophy in the cabinet, but I'm not worried about them. Of course, it's deserved. We deserve that trophy, definitely. But yeah, I don't care about them across the other side of the city. They're in Glasgow, so yeah.
Juicy, was it important to finish the season with the Scottish Cup just to take us into the summer with a good, good vibes and stuff, and a wee lift?
Oh, massively. I mean, look, this was a massive week with the 2 cup finals, and we knew it was going to be very difficult. And we knew, regardless of what happened on Wednesday, we had a small time frame to get ready for today's match, but we knew also that we had a good squad and that we're really, really fit, as I said earlier. So I think we'd have really been down had it not happened today, but it has happened, so we don't have to think about that. We've got opportunity now to have a little rest because some of those players damn well deserve it. Get them back in. The Champions League qualifiers don't start crazy early because we come in at the 3rd round, so that's like mid-August.
Yeah.
So that's actually after the season has started, so that's not terrible. We don't have to be playing matches during Wimbledon, which is, thank goodness. Shouldn't be playing matches during the tennis season. It's just unbelievable. So they've got that opportunity to have a rest, which is nice. And then, obviously those games will still come early-ish in the season, but we've got a better opportunity to be ready for them than we perhaps have been in the past. And that's really important for us guys.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely. Andy, for Leeds?
Yeah, look, I mean, it's all a process of what's going on here at the moment. We've had some hard times, but we're going to come back in here. There's signs here that this team is collectively coming together, albeit half of it will probably be gone. But I think what will be that it'll be set in stone now. That to me today was like a Rangers team of the past, right? When we get kicked in the balls, we come back and stand up and make sure that it don't happen again. And that's what we were brought up on, wasn't it? And I think that's the start of that coming forward. And now she's just come in and I thought I would be getting steak and chips and onions. She said sliced beef and gravy. And we've won the cup and I'm getting sliced beef and gravy pot.
That sounds good to me.
That's bollocks, isn't it? She better give him a Nat King Cole then if I'm getting sliced beef and gravy. That's what I was going to say. Oh, dearie me.
I'm going to roll in chips. You're lucky.
Oh. You see that sliced beef and gravy, Albert? There's only one slice in it. You would bite your fingernails an hour later,
No good enough, Andy. Complaints need to get back.
No, she needs to get a grip. Honestly, I mean, I've got all the wins and giving it Laldies after we won the cup, and I get sliced beef and gravy. She's getting told, I'll tell you.
Enough of your TV dinners. We just want a cup beer.
Excuse me, I'm a bit pissed, honestly. Sorry, boys.
Albert, was it important to finish the season, mate, with this trophy?
Absolutely, it's really important. No, I mean, it'd have been unfair. Put it that way. It really would have been unfair if they didn't do it, but they did. So that's it. So we'll go away in our summer holidays. And by the way, because we're not playing in August, it gives some of these boys a decent holiday. Because let's be honest, a lot of these players have not had a decent holiday for a long time. No, I mean, so let them get away with their families and that, and have a decent holiday. And then come back refreshed, ready to go. And if we had a wee bit of class to these players, but I know there's some of them leaving, but if we had some class, true class, what a team we'll have. What a team we'll have, man. It'll be unbelievable. It really. Everybody's talking about rebuilding jobs. It's not going to be a rebuilding job at all, because I don't think that the ones that you think are all leaving are leaving. I think most of them will stay. Unless really crazy money comes in. You're talking 20 and 30 million stuff comes in. Well, you're not going to keep players if that sort of money is getting bandied about. But I'm happy they've done it, and they'll be away there, and it's going to be a nicer holiday for them, put it that way.
Indeed. Fox, would you think yourself? Was it important to finish the season?
No, very important, mate. It was important for the support. It was important for the club. it was important to blow the whistle like the Tims did when they went to Seville and won nothing that year. We always go one better and we win the Scottish Cup when we do it. So all round, a terrific day to finish the season for me. More than happy. That's it. We can have a peaceful summer and just look forward with good vibes all summer. There's rockets and everything going afternoon about me here. Rangers fans are on the force.
I think we'll be joined by Andy from Crookston. How you doing, Andy? Or have we got John on the call?
Hello, it's Andy.
Andy, how we doing, mate? How we doing, Andy?
Absolutely brand new, guys. Absolutely brand new. Well, I'm brand new. Delighted we went to win that. Just tired for the bus. I didn't get home at 4:30 last night or this morning on the Lundstrom Loyal bus. We had an absolute bash. Everybody on the bus, -2, were absolutely superb, man. Honestly, brilliant. But for us to come back and win that, just made it just special. Big special shout out to Giggsy, and I think Davis probably maybe played his last game as well, and just emotions. I'm full of emotions, to be honest. Full.
It's been a tough all season, guys. I think with the we ran them close in the league. If you want my opinion, I think Gio sort of went more for the Europa Cup and maybe took his eye off the league. And that's only my opinion, of course. And obviously they did crap in the League Cup, and then you go to the Scottish Cup and you say to yourself, can we get this over the line? But I think this team have grown over and over and over. I think they've developed further under Gio, and I think I'm looking forward to Gio getting into the summer now. As I said, I love the fact they've won this trophy. It bodes well for a good summer. Get the guys, recharged, batteries recharged and stuff, and then Gio gets to start building his team. I'm not saying it's going to be built in one transfer window. It might take maybe 2 or 3, but I think, as Albert touched on here, Gio start adding his, sprinkles of magic dust through the team, because the team does need, refresh. There's no doubt about that. I think it's important just to, get into the summer, get the team refreshed, and we kick on for next year. Albert?
Absolutely, mate. That's exactly what's needed. And you're right, the team does really need it doesn't need refreshed totally, but it needs refreshed, and it needs new blood in there, and it needs a new focus on what we're trying to achieve for going forward now, because that was all right, we threw the league away, but there's no doubt about that. We threw the league away. Mitigating circumstances, no in our control, played a part, but we had it in our hands and we threw it away. But to win the Scottish Cup and to get a European final is still a hell of an achievement, guy. A hell of an achievement. But there is a time when your shelf life's up, and I think for some of them the shelf life is up. Goals to them, though, am I sad to see him go? Not really, no. I'm no. He'll go. Do I think Suter after? I mean, that's really the first full game I've ever watched. So do I think Suter's a replacement for him? No, in the day's performance, I don't. But I think when we get another centre half in, I think there's going to be a few players coming in, maybe 3-4 quality players. I'm talking. I don't mean fill the squad up with average players again. Bring some 3 or 4 quality players in the right positions, and off we go again. So I'm definitely it's looking bright. Put it that way.
Did Juicy Bear?
Oh, absolutely. We've got to give Gio that opportunity now to see what he can do with a full pre-season and a full summer transfer window, because that hasn't been afforded to him. And whatever went right or whatever went wrong this season in some of those games, the guy only joined us in late November. So when you look at it from that point of view, he's done well. And I think he's got the beating of Ange now. We've shown that in the last 2 games against Celtic, that he's got a battle plan that works against them now, because he's not going to change the way he plays. But Gio can change it up in matches. He makes substitutions, he changes formations. The guy's, very tactically astute. I think that's something that we can all get excited about, because he he can and isn't scared to make changes in matches. Sometimes we haven't always agreed with his changes, but at least he's trying to do things. You know, what do we want? Sometimes we used to get on Stevie's back because he didn't change anything. So I'd rather someone make some changes in a bid to try and win a game and actually take us forward. So, yeah, I think we've got a lot to look forward to now, and I can't wait for the season to start.
Denver Bear?
Aye, I think a lot depends on who we sell, what kind of money we come in. I would I'd push the bank out right enough to keep Big Bassey, even for one more season. You know, I hopefully the big man, you know, I know he misses London and all that, but I hopefully we can keep him for one more season. One guy I was really impressed by the day was Joe Aribo, how he managed to play as long as he did. And he kept fighting away. I love it. But one thing I want to touch on is on the 70th minute, Barry Mackay had a free kick and McLaughlin came for it and he made an exceptional catch. And that to me is a goalkeeper for next season. He must be the number one goalkeeper next season.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Can I come in on a point, guys, before I go? Moving forward to next season, it's going to look good. Hopefully, a few new signs, few new fresh faces, a lot of young boys there to come through the ranks, and I've got confidence in Gio to get the league back, get his maybe a few trophies, and just. I'm probably talking crap, guys, but I'm absolutely shattered, knackered. But can I just get one last shout out, please?
Of course you can.
To everybody on the Lindstrom Loyal bus, apart from two people, they were absolutely excellent. They're friends for life. I'd never met any. I've met two of them before. I'd never met three of them before. Sorry, I'd never met the rest of them before in my life. But what a brilliant set of people, and I've made 49 friends for life now. So I'm absolute proudest punch. So
well
thanks
done,
very
Andy.
much for having me on, guys.
No worries, anytime, mate. Cheers, thanks for coming.
All the best again. Cheers, guys.
Take care, mate.
All the best,
Take
Andy.
care. All the best. Bye bye.
Can I come in, Porter, on the comments on Gio? I think a lot of Rangers fans would have doubted him if we'd have lost that cup today.
Aye.
Mm-hmm. I mean, let's be honest, we're not a very forgiving support, and if we hadn't won that, there'd have been questions getting asked. I thought Joe Haribo had ran his race up until about 70 minutes when we had three strikers sitting on the bench, and I'm saying, you must bring on a striker, but he got it right, I was wrong. So his tactics do work for him. And what else can you say about the man? I think he'll get stronger as a manager next year for us, and I think it'll be a good season next year.
Totally agree, mate. I think there'll be a massive change in Gio next season, Fox, in regards to, you know, when he gets his own players in that fit his system perfectly. Because when he's come in, he's took another man's team, and he's still pushed on his philosophy. He's still pushed on his systems. And we know how reactive he is as a manager. When it's not going, he can change it during the game, which is superb. But when he starts adding his own guys to the philosophy, guys that actually fit that system, you will probably see an influx of Dutch players. I can really see that happening. And when you see that in a full pre-season under with Gio, mate, I think we'll see the team improving 10-20%, if you like.
Fair comment, aye.
Bear, what's your opinion on Gio, mate?
Aye, same as Ox. Fox, sorry. If he'd have lost that, the team would have been all on his feet. But he didn't. So that's the thing. He didn't. And he got it right. As for the influx of Dutch players, I hope no. That didn't work the last time. They ended up a Clayton and all that. So I hope not. The spirit you've got in this team, you need to try and keep that. It's a difficult thing to do, especially if some of them go and new players come in. You don't know if they're going to gel with each other and play and guys with mates. Know what I mean?
Yeah.
Sorry,
we're joined by a new caller. How you doing, John?
I'm doing brilliant. How are you?
I'm superb, mate. What do you think of the game today, mate?
Oh, it was a fucking brilliant game. It was an amazing game. Just sitting watching it and that, but I knew when Jack came on, that was an excellent goal. And I think he should have been playing for at least the beginning, if not half time. But end of the day, the brilliant game. Knew we needed to win, and after Wednesday, definitely enjoyed the win. That. What do you think about it?
I totally agree, mate. Yep. And who's shone for you today, John?
Sorry?
Who's shone for you? Who's your favourite player today? Who do you think really stood up?
Aribo.
Did you enjoy his game today?
I thought he played amazing in that.
Oh, sorry, guys.
I thought he played really well in that. I thought it was good.
Do you want to give your final comments, John, before you go? Do you want to give a shout out to anybody?
Can I shout out to my friend Billy?
All the best, Billy. Right, John, thanks for the call, mate. Cheers. Enjoy the rest of your night. Good night.
Well, do the same with you. Thanks, you. Bye.
Good night, John.
Bye.
Hi, Andy for Leeds. Gio, are you happy with your manager?
Yeah, I totally agree with Fox and Olber, and I said to Shuggs as well, would have lost all hell, would have got let loose. I said it in the pre-match. But, you know, he's made some decisions that we've not agreed with along the way, you know, gone to the same 13, 14 players, not brought subs on at times, and was struggling. But, you know, if you look back on it, most times it's worked for him. You know, you've got a manager that's prepared, that can actually see a game. When things are not going right, he'll say, well, okay, then let's go. Let's change something. Let's see what happens. So it's a bit of swings and roundabouts there. I think he'll be all right under him. He knows the score there. See when he lifted that cup and all that. And you hear it. You know, he knows because he's a player there. He knows what we're all about. He brings his own players. Again, with Olber, I've said it before. I've said it many times. Don't flood it with too many Dutch players. That caused the problem the last time, if you remember. Just go around and get good players that can fit into the system and play for the Rangers. I'd just like to say on Suter one, now I think he was the best player for Hearts by a country mile. He's a kind of defender that will jump, dive in front of the ball to stop the ball. He'll put it out when there's any kind of danger. It'll not daydream like Golston does. That's for sure. If that ball's anywhere near him, it's away. And if we put another decent centre-half alongside him, it could be a partnership. We might already have the boy there in King. Will we get the games out of Golston? No, we'll know. But I like that guy. I thought I kept saying to Shuggs, what was on doing that side for? He was mopping everything up. He was stopping us from getting through. I thought he had a good game. If he's as good as Golston, I don't know. But I know what I will say about him, he's a defender.
I bet next season you're shouting, get that Suter TF and bring
No,
back...
I want to listen. Hang on, Fox. Hang on, wait a minute here. Wait a minute. I said, right, see when he played at Dundee United, I actually says to Shuggs, and I've said it on the show, I wanted Rangers to go and sign him then. I think that boy's a player. He's not a player as such that you go, oh, jeez, look at what he's doing. But he's a defender. He doesn't push about. He gets rid of the ball. He'll throw his body in front of it. And I think Rangers have lacked that over the last 3 or 4 years.
All right,
that's just my opinion on it, right? You know.
I totally agree with you there, Andy. He clears his lines. He clears it. He'll not be a guy who is like Big Golson who can swing balls of 60 yards and all that stuff. He's a guy who clear his lines and be a defender. And I was impressed by him today. I thought he had a good game. I really did. And if we can keep him fit, then that'll be good. He'll never play the amount of games that Golson did, but I like him as a defender. I thought that was the first time a day I'd actually watched him, and I thought he had a good game.
I've been joined by Jamie for Coatbridge, mate.
All right, Fox. Hiya.
All right, Jamie. How we doing?
Aye, fine. Listen, I've not got too much to say. I would agree with everyone that said about Suter. I thought it was brilliant today. I thought John McLaughlin was excellent as well. But Calvin Bassey, for me, needs to be our priority this summer. We can bring in players, right, but we've got to retain some of our best assets. And right now, that guy epitomises everything I want in a Rangers player. Bassey has shown the best attitude for me over the last 3-4 months. I don't know if you heard his interview after the game. I think it was on Premier Sports. He said he was focused on Rangers and that, and he was so appreciative of his teammates, the management team that have given them the faith. Because we've got to remember, Liz Giovanni started to play him regularly. He could have played others at centre half, but he chose what was a backup left back to play at centre back for us, and that run of games in Europe, in big games against Celtic, gave him the platform, and I think he recognises that, and I think he wants to stay at Rangers. So I really think we need to tie him down.
I have to agree with it. I think Calvin Bassey, I think Gio's got a great platform to start with the current squad he's got. And we know there's going to be players going to leave. But I'm like you, mate. Calvin Bassey, I'd be tying him down to if you can get him on a 5-year or a 4-year contract, I'd be getting him at now. Because for a boy that has not played any first team football, coming for Leicester, coming for a youth team, and then after his second season up in Scotland, breaks into the Rangers first team and goes on from strength to strength, that tells you about the young man. Is it for a young player? He's basically showing the path for everybody like Lowry, King, all these guys all coming through. He's shown the way that if you can come in and be full endeavour, show your quality, Gio will give you a chance. What's your opinion on Gio, Jamie, as a manager?
Honestly, I'm still undecided. I thought after watching that game for about 70 minutes, I genuinely thought he could have made changes earlier. There's players in that midfield, I don't think there was any legs. I agree with playing Davis. Arfield deserves his chance as well, but there wasn't much movement in that midfield, and we might have ended it in 90 minutes today if we had maybe more legs in the middle of the park. I thought Lowry could have played. He didn't play. So I'm still going to reserve judgment on Gio until he's got that summer window to maybe make changes to truly make it his team. Obviously, you've got to say, in game, he's been brilliant in Europe for changing it, but there's at times you're looking at questioning that. Like somebody said earlier on, Hearts had 2 strikers in the park, Boyce and Sims. He didn't play a striker. We had Roof and Sakala on the bench all game, apart from Sakala coming on an extra time. So he's got the result. I still want to hold back judgment on Gio, though. But so far, it's okay.
How will we reflect on the end of the season, the final season game, being the Scottish Cup winners? How do you reflect on the season as a whole, Fox?
For me, mate, it's been a good season. It's been a great a great season for the club. We have gained prestige in Europe. We have had some absolutely excellent games in the European run, and we're finished with a Scottish Cup. I think it's done the support good. I think it's done the club good. We're back on an even keel, money in the bank. I don't think we could have asked any more. We could have done with the league. We made a few mistakes there, but at the end of the day, I think it's been a successful season.
Albert?
I agree with Fox. It has been a successful season, no doubt about it, mate. The financial stuff. Had a great run in Europe, right up to the final. Great games in Europe. Made a mess of the League Cup. Made a mess of the league. Of course, we did. Won the Scottish Cup. Come on, what else you want? Come on. So there's room for improvement next year. So we've had a successful year, sorted out finances, and left enough room for improvement next year. There you are.
Yeah. Juicy Bear, the season so far? Last season now?
Well, we've played almost the maximum games a club can play in a season, with the exception of the League Cup final. 19 matches in Europe, obviously the entire league campaign, entire Scottish Cup campaign. Multiple matches going into 120 minutes, particularly in the last month. We've seen so much football, as much football as you could see in a season for the team. Okay, we didn't win every tournament, but we were fully involved. And one thing, as you've just said there, we are competitive again. And for so long we weren't, but now we are. And it just makes me so happy because I think we're ahead of schedule, guys. I really do. I think we are ahead of schedule. I know everyone wants everything now. We all do because we're greedy and we want everything. But we are way ahead from where I thought we would be. And we just got to keep moving forward now. We got to just get them ready in pre-season, give Gio that time, as I said earlier, see what he does in the transfer market and judge him from that. And a Rangers side is only ever 3 games away from disaster, as we know, because the pressures. That's what the pressure's like. If you don't win 3 matches in a row, everyone's after you. But that's the nature of football, I'm afraid. In a league where we demand so much from them, but they've really given us a lot this season, and we can be really, really proud.
Well said, mate. Andy for Leeds?
Yeah, the side of it, brilliant. That's got us, I keep saying, getting on that run of the ladder. I think that's got us up a few runs now. On the footballing side, I think we just need to get a little bit more concentration at times, a little bit more savvy, especially back in. And I think we'll sort that problem out. Overall, as a season, I would get slightly above pass marks. Yeah, we've come away winning a trophy. Like I say, I want to win every trophy we're in. I want to win the League Cup and everything, But we've got to look at. We've had a couple of major hits here, and we are a big family. And let's not kid ourselves on that. We might not know each other from Adam or meet people. Well, obviously we meet people at times and all that. But we are classed as a big family, and we've lost 2 stalwarts out of that family. And to come through what we've been through, it's onwards and upwards, as I see it. And I'm proud as Punch for my team, and I'm proud as Punch coming across you guys and finishing the season with a Scottish Cup. And that'll do me for starters.
Denver?
Delighted, absolutely delighted we won that Scottish Cup. That may be a breakthrough, because it's always been a bugbear. We've not been winning the domestic trophies. My only downside is there are 3 teams that I've had times with. 1979 and Greg's season when we lost that game at 4-2 at Parkhead. 1997 when we lost 10 in a row, and this year when we lost the league. But other than that, I cannot speak highly enough of this Rangers team. Last season, I made a statement that they were my favourite all-time Rangers team. The football we played last season, the football we played this season, I'm so proud of my Rangers team. I love our Rangers to death, and I love you guys to death. And I'm almost through with this bottle of champagne, so I better get my heat done before I get homework done. Before my missus comes back at 8:30, I've got to drive 30 miles to Denver Airport to pick her up at 8:30 at night. So I better get my heat done.
Ozzy?
Me, I'd give him at least an 8 out of 10. I mean, we had a couple of failures. We didn't win the league. We didn't win the Scottish League Cup. But we had a fantastic run in Europe. Sure, we fell at the last hurdle, but they gave the team gave their all, and that's all we can ask. And to finish it off with the Scottish FA Cup, I mean, that's the cherry on top. So I'm very happy. I'm very proud of the players, and if any, the ones that do leave, I say thank you very much for your time, and you'll always be legends in my eyes, especially Gregsy, and if Goldson leaves, which I think he's going, and they'll never be replaced, especially Gregsy. I mean, some of the saves he's done, he's kept us in games, especially in Europe, but yeah, I just say thank you for the great season. You've given me so many highs, but they've also given me a few lows, and these things happen.
Yep.
You're here, Ozzy.
Jamie, are you there, mate? Season so far, how you think the season's went? In your opinion, mate, the manager?
I'm not going to answer, to be honest, because I think there's been ups and downs. I'm not going to say if it's a failure or no, or a success. I think it's just something to build on. I think this team are special. I think there's certain characters in the team that we need to just drive forward with. So Gio's had 6-7 months with the team now, so I think that he's the man to lead us forward. Hopefully he gets it right.
Any final thought? Any final comments, Jamie? Just before we let you go, mate.
No,
any shout-outs to anybody?
No. Onwards and upwards to next season. Seriously, we need to just keep our good players. I think there's a lot of good relationships within our squad. I think Kamara, Rebo and Bassey are all quite close. I think what one might do might affect the other. I seen Bassey and the questioning of Rebo, why would you want to leave this club? Because, I don't know if Joe Rebo's maybe fancying a move as well. So I hope we can try and, tie down the three, because I think they're great players. But no, seriously, my last thought is just move forward with the players that have shown that they've got the character to play with Rangers. But ultimately, I'm happy with the day.
Superb, Jamie. Fox, final thoughts, mate?
Final thoughts. I'm going out and having it myself steaming. Well, I'm not going out. I've got 2 bowls of vodka in the fridge. I'm not fit enough to go out, but I'm going to really enjoy them. It's been a great end to the season for me, and I'm over the moon.
So you're kidding on, you're going to end that what you're saying?
Oh, well, I'm not fit enough to go out, mate, as you know, so as long as I can get up and down the stairs with the boat, I'll be fine, mate.
Albert, final thoughts?
Great season for me, mate. Thoroughly enjoyed it. Room for improvement, of course, but I'm looking forward to our new signings, and I'm delighted that we win the Scottish Cup. Delighted, mate.
Superb. Andy for Leeds?
Yeah, I agree that you guys, it's been a great week. It's highlight for my season off the park has been getting up to meet a lot of you guys as well. So that's been brilliant for me. I hope that happens again. Sometimes I hope in the near future that we get to a game with you, and look great. Is Monday the last show of the season?
I think Monday it could be, mate, or it might stretch to Tuesday, depending on circumstances. But Monday we'll definitely be back on air at 8 o'clock, our normal time, for a wee look back on the season, I think.
Great. Well, like I said, for me, it's been an absolute pleasure with all the guys that are banting away in the feed. And you guys, you know what I think about you by now. And I just want us all to stay safe. I will try and get in Monday anyway, but just everybody stay safe. We come back and we start it all again. And as I say, I'm going to need a couple of weeks and that to recover after last night's show. So, but all stay safe for me, and absolutely fantastic. Great way to finish it. Seeing the Rangers, last kick of the ball, and the last team that goes up there and lifts the cup, the last major trophy in Scotland. We've lifted it, so that lives in his memories for the close season, doesn't it?
Here, mate. Juicy?
Well, it sounds like there's a party starting at Fox's with that vodka, so I'm going round there, mate.
You bring the woman, mate.
Okay. Beautiful.
Ozzy?
I just want to say thank you for everyone there on the show, and I look forward to the off season and seeing how Gio puts his stamp on the team, and yeah, I'll catch us next season.
Superb, mate. Denver?
All the best, guys. That's the champagne finish. Quarter to noon right now. Just a big thanks to everybody at Rangers Radio. You keep all us XLs in the game. We don't have a lot of people to talk to, but you guys keep us in the loop. And all the best, very best to Glasgow Rangers. I love you all. Take care.
Thanks, mate. Can I just thank Fox, Terry, the backroom team for obviously getting the show on the road again. Thanks to the listeners. Thanks to everybody on Facebook, YouTube, and also the WhatsApp group. Thanks to all the callers that called in to the time. This has been Rangers Radio, and we'll be back on Monday to discuss the season, how it panned out. So thanks very much, guys, and all the best. We are the champions.
We support the Glasgow Rangers, do not Ibrox is the place, and we will follow in the championship race. Yes, it's true, the boys in blue are just magic on the ball. The Glasgow Rangers football team's the greatest team of all. It's true, the magic boys in blue are the best team in the land. You've got to queue and govern to get a ticket for the stand. Yes, it's true, the boys in blue are just magic on the ball. The Glasgow Rangers football team's the greatest team of all. We've spent a lot of money on great players, yes, that's true. But the Rangers fans deserve the best from the boys in royal blue. Yes, it's true, the boys in blue are just magic on the ball. The Glasgow Rangers football team's the greatest team of all. The story, it was dismal, full of gloom. Now we're building an extension for the Ibrox trophy room. Yes, it's true, the boys in blue are just magic on the ball. The Glasgow Rangers football team's the greatest team of all. In Europe we'll be travelling by land and sea and plane. The teddy bears have got the bears and we're on the march again. Yes, it's true, the boys in blue are just magic on the ball. The Glasgow Rangers football team's the greatest team of all. Yes, it's true, the boys in blue are just magic on the ball. The Glasgow Rangers football team's the greatest team of all. Yes, it's true, the boys in blue are just magic on the ball. The Glasgow Rangers football team's the greatest team of all. Yes, it's true, the boys in blue are just magic on the ball. The Glasgow Rangers football team's the greatest team of all. Yes, it's true, the boys in blue are just magic on the ball.